Hey, kitten caboodles. It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with another behind the scenes TV video. Right now, we're going to get into Ty Young. Yes, Ty Young, the WNBA former player who is currently on season 12 of Basketball Wives. And she has been making headlines lately due to her past relationships with Mimi Faust and with Ming Lee, who she's starring on Basketball Wives with currently this season. So Mimi Faust was recently on Carlos King's Messy Mondays, I think that's what it's called, YouTube show. And she discussed Ty and their relationship and what she thinks and feels about her. And she didn't really have a lot of kind or nice things to say about Ty. Let's get into what exactly was said.
Claudia thinks Ty's an opportunist. Do you, Mimi Faust, being in a relationship with her for how long was it?
Almost 7 years.
You were in a relationship with Ty for 7 years. Is Ty an opportunist who only dates women who are famous because of a come up?
After me, yes. I was her step on the ladder, and now it's, yes, 1,000%.
Why do you feel that way?
Track record. But it's, look at it. The whole situation with Drew, and I know they want to say they're just friends, but I know different. And then hanging around Drew, here comes Ming, and then Ming, and now Basketball Wives, and it's just keep on stepping up that ladder, girl. I'm just thinking that little bit around, I get it.
Oh,
child, my ex and that lady been trying to drag me since we broke up. This just shows their misery and not mine. I don't got nothing to do with that. Let them live their best life. That don't even worry about it. It's so irrelevant. Like, whatever podcast or whatever they had is irrelevant. We've been broken up almost 3 years. Child. Pish posh.
Oh.
Child.
Mimi Faust being...
She also got in the comment section and said, I pray I never become this miserable when I get in my 50s. Ooh, shots fired. Shaking my head, I've never spoke ill on Olurimi after all she's done. And then I am Tina Thompson replies and says, making the rounds is diabolical. What exactly is this called? Could have sworn you have over a decade career that's based on actual talent. Ooh. Ty responds and said it's a smear Ty name campaign them two been doing since we broke up years ago. I will say that I have never heard Ty speak ill of Mimi. It has always been Mimi coming for her. I don't know how and why they actually broke up. I think, if I remember correctly, and y'all correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but wasn't Mimi like accusing her of cheating on her or something like that? Let me know down below in the comment section if that's correct, or if you know the exact reason why they ended their relationship after 7 years. But do I think that she's an opportunist? I don't think so. She doesn't come across that way to me. Even when she was on Love and Hip Hop with Atlanta, it wasn't like she played a big role. It wasn't like she really did much of anything. Like, she honestly would just sit there next to her partner at the time and would give her thoughts and opinions when asked. I don't remember her really trying to be on camera, trying to be in the spotlight, trying to make herself, a permanent part of the cast. She really wasn't giving that type of energy off to me. Now, her talking to Drew, okay, they messed around. They did a film together. Okay, so that's how they connected. Whatever happened between them happened. Then she got with Ming Lee or whatever. But The Ming Lee situation of it all happened 9 months before Basketball Wives was even in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't know after they broke up that they would then be casted onto Basketball Wives. So y'all live in Atlanta. Y'all friend group is, celebrities, reality star, influencers. So what and who is she exactly supposed to be dating is my question. It gives to me Mimi is still very hurt and bitter about the breakup, obviously. They can feel how they want to feel, her and Claudia, that they're entitled to their thoughts and opinions, and feeling like Ty was a user. I don't know why they feel that way. And I do know why, because she feels like she's going to reality show, the reality star, and all of this type of stuff. But the girl had her own career, like they said, based on talent. Like, so she already had a name for herself. That's how y'all met, because she had a name for herself. I just think that at some point you gotta just stop talking about it so much and just stop being so mean about the situation, because it is coming across like you're bitter and you're still upset and you're still pressed and you're still mad, and she's moved on with her life. And I think that Mimi needs to do the same. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole situation of it all. Do you all think that Ty is a user and that what Claudia and Mimi was saying about her was valid? Now, let's move on to the Drew of it all. When asked about her relationship with Drew, this is what Ty had to say in a recent interview.
Reading, and apparently, there were rumors that both you and Drew Sidora were more than just friends. That being said, now you're on Basketball Wives. Lee. What's true? What's false? I hear that all the ladies love you. What's going on?
All the ladies do love me, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ming Lee was my girl for almost 9 months. Prior to that, I was single for some years. My relationship before Ming Lee, I was in for almost 8 years. Drew is a good friend. Drew is a good person. So things have been said and done, but I would never speak ill on Drew. I just don't believe in that. And that's just what it is. That's just where it is. You get into relationships where, some friendships are kind of like frowned upon, and you want to respect, the relationship that you're in. But at the end of the day, like who I am, I like to show up for my friends. I like to show up for my people.
That's your answer.
That's my answer.
Ming Lee is the homie. She and I go back quite some few years. Drew Sidora, I first paid attention to her on the show The Game. She was fly on the show.
And I've seen, it's crazy because I've seen people speak about that all the time, but I've never watched that show.
Really?
I didn't meet Drew until like 2 years ago. Was my first time even meeting her and knowing who she was.
It's
but
crazy.
One thing that I hate is that what my ex kind of put out there was that I cheated on her with Drew. I didn't even know Drew when I was with Mimi. And we never publicly announced our breakup for the third time. Which, I just hate that narrative, that's just still lingering and going around like, oh, she cheated on Mimi with Drew. Like, that never happened.
Okay, so I answered my own question with this clip. I hadn't watched it. So, okay. So she's saying that she did not cheat on Mimi with Drew. I do remember that they did break up several times. So I didn't really ever really know what was the reason. Maybe it just fizzled out and they realized it wasn't meant to be. But obviously Mimi thinks that she cheated. She's saying that that did not happen. Do I personally think something happened between Drew and Ty? Do I think that they were more than friends? Absolutely. I think she let her lick on that cootie cat. I think they might have kissed, made out, fondled each other or something, and it fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? Because she got a lot going on. Ty got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I think that it was something that happened. It was a moment, and the moment is now over. Do I think that she will ever admit that? No, especially not now while she's going through a divorce. But yeah, I do think that something happened. Ty is a good looking girl. Drew is a cute girl. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think they probably bumped uglies, most definitely. But I do like the fact that Ty is being classy about the situation and not speaking on, her bedroom activities and what she got going on. So I respect that, because other people would have tried to have a moment of clout and put it out there for headlines, so shout out to her for that. What y'all think? Do y'all think they were just friends and she was helping a friend out doing a hard time, or do you think they fooled around too? When Drew was asked about it in the interview, this is what Drew had to say, child.
About Ming Lee saying that was one of the deal breakers, was how close you were, considering all of that.
Another person grasping for straws in a storyline is what I gathered. Because what else do you have going on? If you have to use my name, because she came over to Real Housewives and she was coming trying. You got glimpses, she was trying hard and it didn't work out for her. So she just went on down there, down there, and was like, I got something to sell. I got something to say. Listen, she was never around when Ty and I were friends. She was never around. She wasn't around. They didn't know each other. And since, Ty and I don't speak as often anymore, we're still friends and that hasn't changed, but we don't talk as often. It's just been a lot of life happening. So since they have been together.
What did you think about
Ty and I have not seen each other. We don't spend time talking. I've been working on a whole album. So
yeah,
there's not enough minutes in the day that she's explaining that she is, alleging. It just wasn't true. And so, like I say, a lot of people get on these cameras and they feel like they got to say something that is going to get them a moment. And I'm sorry, I didn't know I was that much of that girl. I'm really clickbait. Is that what's happening? But it just wasn't any truth behind it. So later, people grab you up and say your name a million times for a moment. And I've never had to do that. I've been in front of cameras my whole life. So it is a little shocking when I do keep seeing this go on and on, even from a year ago.
Well, as you see, Drew denies that anything ever happened between them. And it stood out to me when she said that when her and Ty were kicking it tough, that Ty didn't even know Ming at the time. Now, remember, Ty has said and Ming has said that their relationship only lasted for 9 months previous to them getting on Basketball Wives. So the timeline does add up that, her and Drew became friends or whatever after doing that movie for Candy. They had their little moment or whatever. Obviously, they were still very close talking. But, well, no, because Ming was saying on the show that they used to be on the phone all the time for 50 hours or something like that in 1 month, because she checked the girl call log or whatever, her phone or whatever. I mean, maybe it was a thing where when Drew and Ty first started kicking it, she wasn't fooling around with Ming. And then at some point she got with Ming. Girl, I don't know. I like I said, I do think that they fooled around. I really do. And talking 50 hours in 1 month with one person is crazy to me. I don't know what the hell they was on the phone doing, child. They wasn't just on the phone and Ty was being a good listening ear. I was on the phone phone schmexing and rubbing y'all kitty cats on FaceTime. That's what y'all was doing, honey. Okay. But after this clip started making its rounds, of course, here come Ming. She had to say something about it, honey. So Ming added Ty and said, "Get your girl." Then she added Drew and said, you should just stop after doing all that line on at the Carlos King podcast. I spared you once when y'all was filming and some of your cast told me to air your line A out. Ooh, okie doke. I want to know. Well, it probably was Portia. It was Portia. And she was, in fact, on an episode of Atlanta this season. She was at Kenya's salon opening because her and Kenya are cool with one another. And I'm pretty sure it was Portia that told her to air Drew out because they was going through whatever they was going through. But my whole thing is, don't threaten me good time. Just put it out there. Put it out there. Prove to everybody that you're not lying, that you have this information, that they actually were messing around with one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you got to lose? Nothing. You know? But it's funny to me that Ty is in the middle of all of this. Ty got the girls going crazy out there in Atlanta. But one thing you can say, she don't mess with nothing but baddies. She got a type too. She like her little caramel brown skin little thing. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about all of this? Cause would y'all mess with Ty, or is she toxic? Do you think that she's the problem, or do you think that she just out here lit and the girls don't know what to do with themselves? I don't know. Y'all, let's talk about it down below in the comment section. I can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you, T Squad, and I will see you on the next video.